Hello, learners. My name is Professor Isaac Samani Butswat, your facilitator for the course AEM723, Introduction to Non-Ruminant Production. We are today going to discuss on Module 4, Housing and Equipment of Monogastric Animals. I will start with Unit 1, as usual, Housing and Equipment for these monogastric animals. The main topic under this will be housing. The size and type of house provided for rabbit will depend upon the population of stock and species or type of stock the house is meant for. Generally, the floor can be concrete floor with strong or solid blocks foundation. Now, irrespective of the house method or type adopted by a particular farmer, the house should meet the following aims. Number one, protect the stock from unfriendly climatic conditions such as heavy rainfall, sunshine, wind movement. That is, protect the animal from extremes of climate or weather. Provide adequate conditions necessary for good health of animals. Provide protection against theft or of stock. Provide protection against wild animals and other predators that are likely to attack stock or transmit diseases to stock, including rodents like rats. Facilitate all farm operations such as feeding, watering, medication, etc. The house must be cost effective. It must be spacious. It must be easily cleaned. It must be well ventilated. It must protect the kitten from escape. The type of housing must depend on the class of rabbit to be right, as well as other animals as we look at. There are many types of equipment available which are necessary. A typical rabbit house is actually called a hutch. You should remember. Now, we also have for the other monogastric animals, for chicken, you must have the drinkers, the cage, if it is bad to cage, and so on and so forth. For layers especially, you either have the battery cage or the deep litter. You have a typical picture of a modern feeding system. The floor, you look at the light is well lighted such that the birds can eat in the daytime as well as in the night. Very important for optimal productivity. You have to provide a source of lighting in the night. Now you have the automatic feeding system for swine as well as the automatic watering system. This is cost effective. You are not likely to waste water or feeds in this system. Now you have the confinements. Simple materials like PVC can be used, and then you have the feed storage. Now you have the feed delivery system where feed is compounded and delivered at appropriate compartments for the feeding of the animals. Now, in this particular module, which is quite brief, unlike the others, you will discover that by way of conclusion, there are different ways of feeding and providing water for monogastric animals. The choice is dependent on funds available, expertise, and other resources. By way of summary, in this module, we have learned the various methods of feeding poultry, rabbits, and swine. We have also learned the different ways of providing water. We also looked at the modern methods of feed formulation, processing and storage, as well as rearing of monogastric animals. For tutor marked assignments, please take note of these few questions. Name any two methods of providing water for poultry. You know that from what we have talked about. What are the possible ways of providing water for pigs? We have also talked about this. List and describe briefly any three feeding equipment in poultry housing. By way of reference, the major reference here is CIMIC AJ 2001, poultry, Technical Center for Agriculture and Rural Cooperation, Macmillan Publishers Limited, 242 pages. Thank you.